Hey, Dreaming of Diamond, we have a very special guest, a testimony that I'm so excited about to hear myself. Leanne Edwards is our special guest. Molly is a great connection of her, and we get to hear a little bit more. So without further ado, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you. My name's Leanne. A lot of times you'll see me as Leanne Michelle on any of the Plexus stuff, but Edwards is my new last name. I'm 40. I know I don't look it. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm 40. I joke. I feel as if I need to joke about life a lot because there's been a lot that's happened to me. So the first thing I tell about my journey is who I am. So I have two kiddos. I have my daughter is 19. She'll be 20 this year. And then we have a 12-year-old son together, and I've been with my partner for over 14 years. I guess my story would start. My daughter was 18 months old, and I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So having a baby and breast cancer made life a little more difficult. I had it removed, did everything I needed to do, and I'm now recovering. So that's 2004. I'm a survivor since 2004. For that, I moved up to Washington State. That's why it's so bright and beautiful outside right now. I know we're the sunshine state. Not at all. We got lucky with some sun today. I love spending my time outside. I spent so much time inside, being sick, that now I do whatever I can to get outside. Our son was born via C-section on April 13th. I didn't get to hold him till he was 2 months old. I got really sick after I had him. There should be a warning thing that should have been put out about bringing your tissues. So it has a lot to do about my son's birth, how Plexus, everything has started. Because I got really sick. Wasn't able to have a VBAC when we had our son, so we had to have a cesarean. We picked his birthday, April 13th, because why not have a birthday on the 13th, at least sometimes, and a Friday? I mean, it's super wicked. So we chose that, thought it was super cool. I mean, I was on bed rest that January, so January 2010 to April. My son was super big. I am 5 feet tall, and my son was 24 inches. Your eyes. I get that a lot. He was also 12 pounds. I was put on bed rest in January of 2010, and I wasn't able to get into a normal size vehicle to drive. So I was no longer allowed to drive. And I started getting, like, they would call them Charlie horses, but we thought they were more like blood clots in my legs. So we talked to the doctor about our concerns. Doctor said it was nothing. Had some weird heart palpitations when I was pregnant with him as well. Nothing to be concerned about. Now I'm going to bash the doctor just a little bit, and you'll notice in my testimony I don't like doctors. They're not my thing. I don't trust them, and I don't trust the medical profession. When I had my son, they nicked my lower intestine. They didn't find it for 4 days. You know that wonderful meal you have after you have that baby? Remember, Molly, have an IV and they bring you this meal and they're like, oh, eat up, Mom. It's so good. We're so excited you had this baby. I ate. I was starving. 12-pound baby, you know what that baby eats? Everything. You want to get something? Nothing. So have Kevin. It's 4 days without them knowing what happened. I just kept swelling. They gave me 12 banana bags. If you don't know what those are, they're the big saline bags. I had 12 of those put in me. I got really swollen, and they, after the 4th day, found that I had my lower intestine nicked, and that means all of the wonderful food that I ate was not going where it was supposed to go. What BioCleanse helps with, it was inside of me, floating around. With that, your body gets introduced to things like E. coli. I don't know if you have a lot of nurses on here, but infection levels are between 0 and 20. Mine was over 360. I was sick. I flatlined twice. They cut me from breastbone to my pubic bone, took all of my organs out and cleaned everything out. Then they left me open and they went in about 6-7 hours later and did it again. They closed me up with what's called a wound vac. They put so I had my C-section scar going across, and now I have this big long open. I'm an upside down big T. And so they put this thing called a wound vac on me, and that sucks all the extra fluid that your body makes after surgery. Except this was like attached to a Hoover vacuum cleaner, so I was just sucking it all out all the time. So yeah, I'm sorry. My brain is not all the way together because of all the meds and everything. I was in a medicated coma for 2 weeks, so I lost that time. I woke up and it was May. It was right before Mother's Day, and I was filled with tubes. At that point, my daughter was 8, and she was not allowed to come in and see me. So I pretty much didn't see my daughter for 6 weeks until I relearned to walk and eat. I had to relearn to put socks on. They have really cool machines that help you do all that stuff. Machines. It's like PVC pipe and rope. But I survived having my son through cesarean. Right before Mother's Day, I didn't want to be on the medicine anymore. They gave me a lot of Percocet, a lot of morphine, a lot of oxy. They didn't make me feel right. I didn't get to hold my son. I felt like life was slowly slipping away. And just one day before Mother's Day, I didn't feel well. I rang my nurse's button, not one to do that. I don't like asking for help. The nurse came in knowing that and asked what was wrong. And something's wrong. I don't feel well. I know my body. I don't feel well. So she took some blood. It took about 15 minutes to run back to me to tell me I was having a heart attack. I was 27. I just went through a huge surgery. A couple huge surgeries. I had our son, and I hadn't been able to hold him yet. I hadn't been able to spend time with my kid, who was just born. So I watched my friend Leanne, same name. I went to high school with her and her husband, went to high school with Ricky. And I would watch these posts go up just as I'm trying to heal, taking 90 something pills a day, just to survive. And I would watch these people happy taking their supplements. Yeah, I have a finger for you. Every time I saw those supplements, I was just like, your pink drink, and I know where you can put that. And I would leave some pretty harsh comments on her stuff. My son was doing probably about 5 years after I had him. 7, 5. I don't know. He was in bowling. I told you, time's not my friend. So my son was doing bowling class, and my friend Leanne invited me to a pink drink party. Do they still call them that? I haven't done those parties for like ever, but I'm in Washington and she's in California. Sure, I'll come to your dumb party online. It was probably a little meaner than that. So I went, and she doesn't even know why she invited me. But at that point, it was, if this doesn't work for me, I will give you a month. I will give Plexus up. I will give you my friend Leanne that I've known for a long time. And literally her name is Leanne. So I'm not like talking about myself. I'm not that crazy. So I told Leanne I'd give her a month. I'll try Triplex. I'll take whatever, that poop pill for a month. We'll see what happens. Because of the heart attack, my ejection fracture, so my heart function was only 27%. So I could walk 200 feet at a time with my stroller, and then I sit down. I would do that after I started taking my Plexus, probably about a month and a half after I started taking my Triplex. I called Leanne and I said, hey, I need you to read this. And I emailed her something, and she's like, I can't read that out loud. And I said, it was really hard to write. And she said, when did you write that? And I said, probably about a week before I wrote my suicide note a week before she invited me to that party. I was done. I was done with the meds. I was done with going to the doctor every 3 weeks. to get something checked. I was done being limited by the medicine I was taking. I was taking more pills every day than my 99-year-old grandmother. I couldn't run with my kids. I could barely be awake. When my partner would go to work, my 8-year-old daughter would help take care of her brother because I had so many surgeries on my midsection. I have no feeling in my stomach area. It is super cool to get this crying out. I gotta tell a stupid joke. So I'm at my house. I hate crying, and I live in a cute little 3-bedroom house. I really like to mess with my dog, and I was messing with my dog, and it scared the crap out of my son. And I made him like freak out and go. He like ran into his closet because I was throwing Plexus empty bottles at him. And he just freaked out, and my dog freaked out, and it was the funniest shit ever. And I have to say that because now I don't cry when I talk about this. He's my light, that kid. If it weren't for Leanne inviting me to that Plexus party, I wouldn't be here. My story, I'm on 0 pharmaceuticals. I take that back. I'm on 1. My lungs don't like to work all the way, so I've taken an inhaler. But I take no pharmaceuticals. I don't take Tylenol. I don't take ibuprofen. I didn't take this shot that they're giving out. I don't, none of that. I'm not a, I'm, and excuse my French, I'm not a fucking guinea pig. If I'm going to put something in my body, it's going to be something that I know is going to help me. Now, I've fallen off the wagon a couple times. I'm going to be the first one to tell you I don't like taking something every day. I might look like I like to eat all the time. I don't like to do that either. I'm just heavy and I'm happy. These products, this up, they work. It's a tool. It's not I'm going to take it and not do anything. It makes your brain think. It makes your body start working. It makes you want to move. It makes you want to eat healthy. Now I know you guys already know that. You're here. You're listening to the bullshit I'm rambling because I'm super nervous. Molly can laugh all you want. But seriously, guys, if it weren't for Plexus, I would not be here. I would not I wouldn't have watched my kid graduate high school. I wouldn't have I have a dog. You guys, I own my home. Like this stuff it wasn't an option. I was ready to be dead. I did not want to live anymore because I was so sick and nobody could help me. No doctor. Every time they would give me something, I'd get 3 more pills to combat it. Now, do I have medical problems? I do. I have intestines that don't like to work. BioCleanse is my best friend. Um, Probiotics, I can tell you after being in a medicated coma and being on all the medications I have and having those wonderful intestines, the probiotics work. Probiotics, Vital Biome, Block. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys know, I'm gluten free, but there are some things that aren't gluten free. Sometimes those are fun to eat. Did you know that the probiotics and the BioCleanse help with that? I mean, if you accidentally eat a donut, mine is more like accidentally eat a Carl's Jr. or Hardee's burger, what you guys know out there. Oh my God. Seriously, BioCleanse, ProBio, you take them. Talk to your people, tell them. If it weren't for this, I know someone or have met someone or an acquaintance of someone or however you put it that has survived because of these. I didn't have any hair when I started, or my hair was really short. I was 400 pounds. Guys, I'm not 400 pounds anymore. I tell my partner that all the time too. Hey, this isn't 400 pounds anymore. You know what he says? I didn't care. I just wanted you happy. And we've been together for 14 years, and that's why. I mean, I was just talking to Molly before this, and he asked if he needed to put a shirt on. Like I was going, hey guys, here he is. No, I think you all need to think about why you do this. And if you need help on why, go to Sadie. I would say go to Molly, but I go to Molly. So you guys, you gotta go to Sadie. Um, there is more in depth. I don't know how medically inclined any of you are. Um, but it's not easy to talk about. And you know why? Because it's a journey, because my story's not done yet. I'm gonna tell you, I don't share my journey. You are the second team I've ever shared my journey with. And I didn't say everything, and I made sure not to use those F words because I kind of got bitched at last time for it. But you guys, you know, I see your beautiful backgrounds and that you're spending your time 9 o'clock at night. Y'all are crazy having these meetings, making dinner. You know it works. I know it works. You guys are so amazing for sharing, and sharing is caring. I don't know, 80s babies. Sharing is caring. Recycle, reduce, reuse. I'm telling you. I mean, be kind, rewind. I can do them all day. Do you guys have any questions? You can unmute everyone. I mean, that was super cool that you did that for me, but I like
Well, we do that just because, you know, who knows what's going to happen in the background, but can we just please, I mean, is this woman not incredible? I mean, really, you know, and I love you for saying what I say a lot is you're here and you care and recognize that. And we're here because we knew that we just trusted that we needed to be here. You know, sometimes we're just led to log in. And so I just want to thank you so much for letting us be the second team. And something you should know is that we love the F word around here. So you could let it.
Man, I got some hate mail for that. I dropped the F-bomb a couple times. I was like, all right, won't do for that for my plexus people again.
Oh,
seriously. Favorite
well,
word. That's my, yeah.
I think you didn't find the right team because they hear it quite a bit from me. Does anyone have questions? And I'll let you unmute yourselves. But does anyone have questions, or sounds like she's totally willing to share? If so,
Yeah. I'll call you guys out too. Jody, you got some cute shit back there. Nod. That's a cool ass background right there.
Oh, Leanne, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Your story really touched my heart.
Not
I really
a problem.
appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys having me. Deanna Smith, who is that handsome person in that? Yeah, right there. You touched him. Who is that? That's a cool picture. Oh, so you guys got to learn that mute button. And now you all are like, oh shit, she's gonna say something.
No, that's my son, my middle son.
Oh, he's a good looking. How old is he?
Thank you. He is 27.
Oh, a little young for me. I have a 19-year-old though, so we'll have to talk later.
Yeah.
Leanne, are you going to be at convention?
I am not. I don't travel much. Yeah, no, not with all this weird, like wear a mask, and I like to breathe. Like I live in the woods, like away from, no, not this year. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Oh, Candace is waving at someone. Bye, whoever Candace is waving at.
Oh, God, I love you. So I just want to tell you guys, I was super nervous. I went to convention 2018